Yes, guys, welcome back to the YouTube. It almost feels weird saying that because I've been putting this off for a long time now, but I'm committing to the course with Kez. So today, we're just going to walk you through a little bit of a day in the life, kind of what my morning routine looks like, kind of what I get up to with client work, obviously a gym session, and talk you through what I kind of eat day to day as well, just so you can see kind of like the behind the scenes of my life. I'm not the best at showing it on Instagram just because the work schedule is pretty hectic. So I'm hoping that bringing you along on this journey on like a bi-weekly basis on YouTube will provide you more insight, more value into the behind the scenes of a business owner, part-time athlete, I like to call myself, and just an online coach for all my clients as well. So hopefully it's packed full of value and insight into what I do day to day. So the first thing I'll do once I've had, obviously, shower in the morning is I'll head out for a 20-30 minute walk. I'll grab a coffee on the way back. This is my time to just like decompress, get myself ready for the day. I don't like to just head straight into work as soon as I get up. I'd rather just get myself mentally ready, caffeinated, hydrated, of course. And then I literally just get back to the house and literally just crack on with work after that. What I like to do before I go into work block is just get my headspace right. And I've been meditating now for probably the last 3 or 4 years. I use an app called Calm every day. I literally just do a 10-minute meditation. People might say that sounds a bit woo-woo, Jack, you know what I mean? But honestly, when I was a kid, I used to deal with like social anxiety. I was very reactive to certain situations. I'd have big highs and big lows. So since I've been doing this meditation, I operate just from a place of calm and peace and less reactivity. And I'm sure you guys, you might be dealing with that now. And honestly, it's not for everyone, but it's definitely worth a try. You know, if you go into your day feeling a lot better, you just get more work done, you feel more focused, you're more energized. And for me, I just feel happier day to day. So it's something I've always done. I wasn't sure I was going to stick this in the YouTube, but it's unique to me. And I thought, why not share it? And then once we finish this, we're ready to go back into the next work block. Sometimes I'll just put waves on like this because I'm quite good at meditating myself. So I'll just play waves. Right. Has been basically questioning his mindset in terms of investing in himself a bit. He's been going through a real tough patch just with stress and everything like that. So it'll be good to see how I can relate back to this and kind of get him in the right headset moving forward. Good morning, mate. Hope you're well. Having a great start to your Tuesday. I'm glad, mate, honestly, you've taken the time this week to have a bit of a reset. If you think you're feeling sluggish, you've got low in energy, you've not got that drive back, that's the reason why you're doing this. And like I said to you before, when you're tapping into your why, you're self-reflecting, that's what's going to take you forward. But the only reason you're going to be able to get results, mate, is by sticking to the plan. It's completely normal, mate, to have low patches. I go through low patches. Everyone else goes through low patches. The important thing is not to dwell on where you're at right now. It's to look at how we can positively respond. You know, you're not what happens to you, mate. It's how you respond to the change that's in front of you. In terms of nutrition, mate, I'd like you to stick to the meal plan. That's one thing that we've built for you specifically. If there's something that we can change, we can definitely change it. If the perfect meal plan is not a case of meals laid out, you have to eat this. It's the meal plan that works best for you. It's something that you can enjoy, sustain, and stick to for a long period of time. Let's have a big push now, mate. You know, at the end of the day, you've been cruising for the last few weeks, not really seeing much momentum being built. If we get you in the right position to push, you're more disciplined, you're routined, mentally you're gonna feel so much better every day. And how is that then gonna read into every area of your life? Your energy, your motivation, your mood, you know, your mental health, you know, how you are in terms of you are with your partner, with your kids. All these things make a massive difference on your life. It's not just a case of sticking to a diet. It's the only kind of single measure of progress. Right, buddy, have a good Tuesday and I will speak to you very, very soon. So we've basically just finished a check-in there with my client. What we've now done is I've sent across to him his updated meal plan, so he's got that ahead of the week, so he knows exactly what to be doing from a nutritional standpoint. We give him his personalized Loom check-in video, but then what I also like to do as well is I like to give written feedback for every single person I work with, purely for the fact some people are different learners. Some people are more visual, they want to see me speak. Some people who are really busy at work that might not have time to watch their video till later on in the day, they can see written feedback immediately, summary of points for them to basically action straight away. So instead of like having to just jump into the video straight away to watch it, I like to give some written feedback alongside that. The more I can make my process as simple for the client to follow as possible, the much more likely they are to adhere to it as well. basically we use the check-ins on here, and then we'll do the workouts on the app as well. But what I like to use is the Google Sheet for the nutrition, purely from an analytical standpoint. I can track things, I can create roadmaps, and I can see exactly what changes I've made at the right time, and that you can't do that with an app. It doesn't have the functionality yet, unfortunately, with the one I use. So I've just got much more control, and I can build stuff a lot faster. And just because I've been working on sheets for the last 6-7 years as an online coach, I'm just so fast and productive on a sheet compared to, you know, what I would be on an app, for example. So that's why my preference is to do a bit of a hybrid of both putting stuff on the app for my workouts and check-ins, but then I will take full control of nutrition and tracking for myself, for my clients as well. She's nervous.
Sorry.
That's all right. So we're in Zero Fat. So this is where I eat my breakfast and my afternoon snack every day, just for convenience. And I love the staff as well. You know, I've been living in the same apartment building for 3 years. So coming in here after I've done my first work, I always ring Febby up, don't I, Febby? And I always ring up for my oats in the morning. And she brings them in to me, and you know, literally they're here for when I get here, and then I literally shoot off. So it does save me a bit of time. But I like to get out of the apartment because I work from home literally all day, every day. It's nice to just break it up a bit time to time, to be fair. So we're going to kick it off with a ginger shot. I always start the day with a ginger shot. Abby always brings me one. Pure ginger. And it just gives me a kickstart for the day. Oh, it's lovely. Film your reaction on that.
I can smell it from here. Oh, God.
What do you think?
Oh, my eyes are watering.
Energy and immune function, like it just kick-starts your immune function. And I think since I've been having ginger shots, I don't get ill quite as much. It just feels like it's cleansing your throat every time you do it. So I'm a big fan of it. Definitely not for the faint-hearted, like Kez has just experienced for sure. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks very good. This is the daily. We have probably around 70 grams of oats in here. I think we have 1 scoop protein, 30 grams, 100 grams berries, and then 20 grams dark chocolate chips, just to be cheeky as well. But yeah, this is unbelievable. Like, I could never make oats as good as this myself. I'm not the best chef, I'll be honest. So I always try and either get meal prep, or I can make eggs at home. But I do love to come in here just because I see all my friends in here every day. A lot of online coaches in Dubai. This is like a hotspot for online coaching community. So it's good to come out the office for a few hours a day and just actually see people. So I do love it here, to be honest. So after meal 1 that I've just had in Zero Fat, I will have then my morning supplements. So multivitamin generally is my first supplement that I take. That's just from a general health insurance like supplement, really. B12 for energy. You know, I only recently brought this in. I was feeling that my energy was a little bit up and down. So I added in the B12 to my stack recently. I'll go for just basically some organ support. So I have heart support, kidney, liver, just alongside everything else as well. And then I also go for a vitamin D3 and K2. I generally have 1 portion of that every couple of days because I do get some natural sunlight in Dubai. And then just finally for just brain, heart, joint function, I go for a very high strength omega-3. So just making sure that your EPA and DHA are the high strength. A lot of supplements that are sold as like omegas are quite low strength EPA, DHA. So make sure when you get one of them, it's quite high strength as well. And that's basically the morning stack that I take every morning religiously, 365 days per year.
Can you take multiple at once?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know some people that do like 10. I could do like 4 or 5 in one go max. What do you reckon? Is it good, yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like it flowed really naturally because it is my story and I can just tell it, you know? So we've just finished up my origin story, which I'm hoping is the first video you've watched. If you've not watched that, please go check it out on the channel. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the gym. We're going to get a session and we're going to film the session, film the workout, just get a little bit behind the scenes. And then we're going to come back and make post-workout meal after. Do you want to get into YouTube?
Not yet.
Not yet, next week.
My way up.
Definitely, man. So we've just got to Muscle Hut Gym today. We're going to be training a pull session. So this is where I base probably like 75, 80% of my gym sessions out of. It's a brand new bodybuilding gym, which is based in Al Quoz. The kit is the best kit in Dubai that I've seen so far. So I'm just gonna take you through basically a pull day. I won't go through too many of the details, but I'll just show you some kind of footage as we go through it.
We'll go straight upstairs, shall we?
Yeah. I do push, pull, off legs, chest and back, arms, delts on a Saturday. For me, it's more so for a mental switch off away from work, really. It's the only real place, really. Yeah. And zero fat, of course.
Yes, of course.
Twice a day. So we'll start off just with the warm up, what we did down, straight arm pull down. I'll go into single arm pull down now to hit my lats. Then I'll go on to my big row, which will be a T-bar row today. Then I'll go into like a neutral grip pull down, just on like a mag bar. And then my last upper back movement will just be on like a Cybex row. We'll do 2 exercises for biceps, one in the short range, so like a preacher. And then I'll finish off with a seated incline bicep curl, and that wraps up the session. So again, just splitting the volume across lats, upper back, mid back, and then 4 to 6 sets on biceps, depending on what day and then how I'm feeling and what phase I'm in as well. For the kit, it fits to a routine. Even though it takes a bit longer, I just listen to a podcast in the car, just like live it as learning time. Marina, it takes me 30 to 35 to get back. I think it's the best gym for the kit at the minute. Yeah. You've not got to be a slave to the algorithm as well, like your 3-second hooks, you know what I mean, like your Instagram. You get more connection with your audience, don't you? That's why I hired Kez, a new videographer, just to make it more like organic and authentic. Even though I'm not getting pushing for the views, it's more like just me, just being me, you know? Yeah. Everyone's doing the exact same thing, aren't they? Yeah. So now I have done my kind of 2 biggest compound movements. I'll go into another lat bias movement. So today I'm just going for my mag grip, neutral grip pull down. Okay, so it's a slightly different variation to pull down over there. And then to finish off, I'll just finish off with another upper back row. So again, just splitting the volume equally per body part. Right, we'll do some biceps. So we've just got back from the gym and it's time for my post-workout meal. Normally I would have this a little bit earlier, but we've obviously been filming a lot of stuff today. So I'm gonna go for a chicken and rice meal. All right, I just have a little bit of like curry seasoning. I always opt for a meal prep in Dubai just because it's purely convenience. It's relatively cheap as well in comparison to buying like whole food, so I always go for that. So that's my kind of post-workout meal, is always like a chicken and rice based meal. In the evening, I'll go for like a beef, a steak with like white potato. I've got like white potato wedges today. And then usually what I'll have in like mid-afternoon is I'll have just like sourdough and a combination of whole eggs and egg whites together. And that just completes my 4 meals. So at the minute, my goal isn't really to kind of get shredded or build a lot of size. I'm in like a maintenance phase, purely for the purpose of I want to just kind of like sit where I am. I always kind of refer to this clients as like an MOT phase. I ran into some like gut health issues at the back end of last year. So I've just kind of like, you know, tried to provide my body with the fuel it needs to kind of correct itself, alongside just running like a supplementation protocol to correct the blood work that I got back end of the year. And that wraps up kind of today's video. So please obviously subscribe, since it's, you know, one of my very first videos on the channel. I'd really, really appreciate that. Any support, any feedback is welcomed. I'm going to try and commit to this as much as I can, minimum twice a month. I'd love to increase schedule to 4. Again, just to provide insight, education, inspiration, and just to give back to you guys from a free content perspective as much as possible. All right, so thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon.